Let's see how to use functions in BigQuery. In the last video, we wrote this query that joined the Super Bowls table with the Super Bowl wins by team view. And then we filtered it out so we're only seeing the teams who have more than 4 wins. And then we're ordering by the number of wins in descending order. So if we run that query, then these are our results. So notice we're seeing all the teams with 6 wins and then the teams with 5 wins because that's the order. But somebody came along and said they wanted us to also order by date in ascending order. So we would first see the wins, but then notice how the date fields are not in order. So if we just go into the query and we run order by b.wins descending and then a.date in ascending order and then hit run, we're going to see it's not going to work right. So notice we have the wins, but notice this is 2004, and then this is 2002, and then 2006, and then so on and so forth. Now, the reason that this didn't work right is because in our Super Bowls table, the date field got imported as a string. So what we want to do is use a function that will convert that date string into a proper date. And then once we convert it into a date, then we can order the table as we want to. So now if we go here and click preview, we see what the formats of our dates are. So it's the full name of the month followed by the day of the month and then a comma and then the full year. So it turns out there's a function in BigQuery called Parse Date. So Parse Date will allow you to pass in 2 arguments. The format string tells the function how your date string is formatted. And then the next parameter is the actual date string that it's going to do the conversion. So if you notice down here under Parse Date, if you pass this formatting string here, so it's %A and then %B and then %E and then %Y, that would convert this date string here, Thursday space December 25th, 2008. So notice %Y means it's the full year with 4 digits, and then %E, that's the actual day of the month, and then %B, that's the abbreviated date, and then %A, that would be the day of the week. But now again, our formatting is not like this. Our formatting is like January or February and then the day and then the full year. So now we got to figure out what the right format string for us, for our particular use case is. So we have to figure out how to write this string. Now in the documentation, there's a link to this format elements documentation, which is right here in this other tab. So I have to figure out what the right format for the full name of the month is. Okay, so that's this one right here. The full month name is %B. So it's %B and then the day, which is %E, and then the year, which is %Y. So let's go back to our BigQuery function that we wrote. So here's our query. So what we want to do is change this part right here. So it's going to be parse_date, parentheses, and then we're going to have our format string and a comma, and then the date we're passing in like that. So now our string is going to be %B space percent lowercase e, comma, space, percent, capital Y. And that should work, hopefully. So that's going to parse our date string, convert it into a date, and then hopefully it's going to sort that in ascending order. So let's give it a shot and click run. And there's our results. So again, we're first sorting by wins. And then after we sort by wins, we're sorting by the date in which the game was played. So that looks like it's working. All right, so in this video, you learned how to use a built-in function within a BigQuery query. This is Doug Renstrom with ROI Training.